Word. So my name is Nicole Murphy, and I am a Beachbody coach. Been a Beachbody coach since January of 2014. And what I wanted to do tonight was just go over some of the reasons that I joined, some of the reasons that I've stayed, some of the ways it's changed my life, and just some of the expectations of, what we do as coaches and what you can expect if you were to join my team of coaches. So I first began as a coach because I had already started my fitness journey, and I was severely overweight at one point in time, and the fitness program that I used was a Beachbody program. And at that point in time, I didn't know anything about being a coach, but I knew I wanted an outlet to share this with people. And I wasn't prepared to go back to school, and I wasn't prepared to become a personal trainer. So I just kind of let that go and moved on with my own fitness journey. And fast forward a few years later, and I gained a little bit of weight back, but I was still fighting through all of my struggles. And I was talking to a friend, and she told me about a program, P90X3, and that's my Tony Horton. That's who I lost all my weight with the first time. And she suggested it. She also suggested I start Shakeology, and I fought that for a few months because I was not a big person, as I would tell people. But after a while of listening to people, seeing people on Facebook get results, I tried it, and I was hooked, and I haven't stopped drinking it since. And her next question to me was, why don't you become a coach? And I thought, I don't even know what a coach is. I don't know what I would do. I'm not in shape. So who am I to talk to people about getting in shape? And her response to me was, all you have to do is do what you're doing already. You're already inspiring people, and you're already showing up for your workouts, and you're already doing the things that a coach does. So it took me a few weeks, and I joined. And right off the bat, I just knew this was something for me, only because there wasn't a huge expectation of what I had to be or what I thought I had to be. It was be myself and share my journey with people. And that was really the expectation right from the start. It wasn't, you need to go out and sell so many bags of Shakeology, or you need to go and sell so many workouts. No one ever said that to me. It was, be yourself, keep sharing your journey, and tell people what you're doing. And that was it. So to get into the expectation part of coaching, that's really what is expected, is that we share our journey with people in our own individual way that creates relationships with people. And going through this crazy world, helping people understand their own strengths and what they can do in their life with their weight loss and their health and their fitness, and like you guys are on this call tonight, in their financial situation. So I really like the expectation that I'm going to be myself, and I'm valued for myself, and I'm valued for my own story. And everybody's got a different story. And, my story is a roller coaster, up and down, success, failure, success, failure. And as long as I just keep getting back up and keep trying, and trying to help people do what they want to do with themselves, I believe I'll be successful. And Beachbody believes I'll be successful too. And I love that. So one of the things I love most about coaching is the community part of it. And as you build a team or become part of a team, you start meeting new people that believe the same things, that we need to stop the trend of obesity, and we need to help people find their inner strength. And the community part of it has really helped me in so many ways. The coaches that I work with on my team, who have come in and trusted me with their coaching journey, of my heart at this point. We are a team. We do things together as a team. We support each other as a team, and we inspire and motivate each other as a team. And I get a little emotional about that because they have become this part of my life that I never I would have. I have girlfriends, I have great friends that I've grown up with, that I went to college with, but these people are a little bit different in my life because they share a common goal with me and a common belief that we can change the world. And that to me is worth its weight in gold. The other things that I love about Beachbody are the event. We have meetings, quarterly meetings. We have conferences in Nashville and Texas, and we do a little bit of traveling, and we meet other coaches who only meet online a lot of times, and it just is, some of these experiences are really amazing. And you're not just learning about health and fitness, you're learning about leadership and management and how to talk to people and just so many different things. So it's opened up a world for me that at 45-year-old woman, I would never have expected to come into my life at this point, but I'm forever thankful. The training, we get training as you come in as a coach. You get training from corporate. There's corporate training modules, and if you become a coach, you'll get an office online. We'll hold on one second. I'm just gonna move this. There we go. Okay, sorry. So you will receive training when you start off, and then we have a huge team above us that has some crazy training. And I worked at the Gap for 12 years, and I considered them one of the best companies for training in management and leadership. And what I've gotten from Beachbody and my coaches above me rivals all of that training. It's amazing. So you're not just brought into this coaching world and told to just go sell. That's like the total opposite of what we do. We're trained, we are supported, and we are a team. When you join this team, you become part of a team of people that are extremely supportive and focused on training to help you become the best coach that you can be. So let's talk about the investment part of it. How much does it cost? Because when you go into business for yourself, it costs money. Another thing that I loved about this was that it was very low cost to invest in a business for myself. And it's also really what am I trying to say? You're not going to get stuck in this business opportunity that goes wrong and you're out all of this money. There's really very little that you have to put into it. And if you change your mind, you just stop. You don't enter into any contracts. You are not, committing to anything that you can't say tomorrow, I'm not going to do this anymore. So the initial investment is $39.95 for an enrollment fee, and then $16.95 a month. Is it $15.95 a month or $15.95 a month for your coach fees? And those fees are so that Beachbody can set up a website for you. They can take your orders, track your orders, send your orders, and maintain all of your customer situations on their end. So we as Beachbody coaches, we are given the opportunity to go and help people. That's really all we're asked to do, is help people and coach them and see them get to their goals. Beachbody takes care of the rest. We don't keep any inventory in our homes. We don't have to go house to house and like a cooking company or a basket company. We don't do that. We are given the opportunity to do our jobs as coaches. And for the $15.95 a month, Beachbody will do the rest for us. So they fulfill orders, they fulfill returns, they do all of that stuff. And you have an office online that they maintain for you. So that $15.95 is really, really worth the money that we pay. Along with that, you will get a 25% discount on everything that you purchase from Beachbody, workouts, Shakeology, all that stuff. And you also make a 25% commission on anything that you sell, anything and everything, 25% commission. And that comes in the way of a direct deposit once a week, every Thursday. The other thing is that when you enroll, we have sort of two ways of looking at it. You can enroll with what we call a challenge pack, which is a workout and Shakeology put together. If you purchase a challenge pack at the time of your enrollment, the $39.95 enrollment fee is waived. So you get the challenge pack, and I look at that as sort of an investment in your business. So right away, you are a spokesperson for that workout and Shakeology. If you can swing that, I think it's a great way to start. But if you can't, and that is perfectly fine, you can pay the $39.95 and you can start coaching right away. And so whether you can afford a challenge pack or not has no bearing on what kind of coach you are, what you can do as a coach, nothing. So you pay the $39.95 or you don't. Either way, you get a challenge pack or you don't. You can sign up as a coach whenever you want. And you can start coaching whenever you want. So if you would like to get Beachbody on demand for that first 30 days trial period, because it's free, you could go on there and for your first 30 days of coaching for free, $39.95 enrollment fee, and you can go on and do those workouts and share those with people and tell people what you're doing. There's different ways to do it. I have coaches who have started with challenge packs and hit the ground running and just went. I also have coaches that did not buy a challenge pack. I had coaches buy a program, say 21 Day Fix, for example. They bought the program, they started it, and later on, they purchased Shakeology. So I like to stress that because it's not a push you into a sales sort of thing. It's if you want to start this business, we talk about it. We talk about what your capabilities are, what your limitations are, what you can and can't do, and then we figure out a way to get you started. So I am not a sales pitch type of person. I can't sell anything. I am more a lead from the heart, and I want people to be successful doing this, and I don't want anyone to break their bank account. But if you can make the investment in a program, it will serve you very well because you will be able to talk about that workout and share it with people and start your own journey as you start your journey as a coach. So I hope that makes sense. And I know that's a lot of information. As far as the enrollment, it might be a little bit confusing, but once we get to the point where you say, yes, I am so ready to start this new journey, we can discuss all your options and I can explain it a little bit better for you. So let's get back to the expectations of what it is to be a coach, because I know I'm asked so many times, what is it that you do as a coach? So Beachbody has set up some guidelines that they call vital behaviors. And these vital behaviors, the expectation is as coaches that we are going to do these every day. So the first vital behavior is invite, invite, invite. And that is not just getting on your computer and saying, hey, do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy 21 Day Fix? Do you want to buy P90X? That's not what it's all about. What invite, invite, invite is about is making connections with people, meeting people, talking to them, making connections, and then suggesting something for them that you think might work for them. Because once you make that connection, you can have a pretty good idea of what that person's looking for, or what that person, what would help them be the most successful. So that's the first vital behavior. The second is to be a product of the product. And this is where drinking Shakeology and doing the workouts comes into play. So when you're out there and you're showing people on social media that I did day 1 of hardcore and I got through it, or Cafe Latte Shakeology just came out and I cannot believe how much I love it. You're sharing these things on Facebook, sharing your results. I lost 5 pounds in the first 3 weeks of hardcore. So you're sharing those things with people. To be a product of the product, to be proof the product works, helps people relate to you and helps people see like, whoa, she just lost 20 pounds doing hardcore. I'm going to try that. So I think it makes you a little bit more relatable to people when you can show them that what you're doing works. I think that the 21-day fix has been so crazy successful because people are showing people these little color-coded containers, and they're saying, this is what I'm bringing my lunch in, this is what I'm eating my dinner out of tonight, and then they're showing that they lost 20 pounds or 30 pounds or whatever, and people say, oh my gosh, those containers really work, let me try them. So I think that that second vital behavior is so important, because if people don't see that what you're doing works, then they can't believe you. So it makes us more legitimate, makes us more believable when we show people that the products work. The third vital behavior is personal development. And this is probably my favorite of the vital behaviors, because I was never a personal development person. I would never sit down and read a book about how to make myself better or how to change my way of thinking in a certain area. I would sit down and read like a smut novel or an easy summer read. That was just me. I would never listen to a podcast. I didn't even know how to download a podcast before I became a Beachbody coach. So when they told me that I had to start reading or listening to podcasts, I was a little confused, but I kept an open mind, and I started listening to podcasts on my way to work. And I found that after a month or so of listening to personal development, podcasts about, letting things go, letting anger go, and how to get over things and how to get over struggles and how to persevere and being more organized. There's so many topics. I actually noticed in myself that I was a happier person. That's all. It's so simple, but I was just happier. I was, I think, nicer. I had a longer fuse, like my short fuse went away. Things that I could notice in myself were different. And the only thing I could come up with was that I'm listening to personal development every day in my car on my way to work and on my way home. That's an hour of personal development every day, of positive stuff, positive listening. And I really believe that it made a difference for me. And then there's the leadership stuff. And then there's the how to help people more. There's all the different things that make me a better coach, but to me, make me a better person. So I love that Beachbody requires me or expects every day that I'm going to do some sort of personal development. They're encouraging all of us to just make better lives for ourselves. And I can't think of anything that's better than that. And now there's a fourth vital behavior, and it really doesn't apply to someone who's a new coach, but someday if you sign up and you have a team, recognition is the fourth vital behavior. And we look at that as so important because people love to be recognized for the things that they do. And while we're out there helping people and we're recognizing the customers that we have and the challengers that we have that are losing weight and getting healthy, it's so wonderful to be recognized for doing that. So Beachbody's put an importance on that now, and I think that's a great thing. And then the social media part of it. So, you see Beachbody coaches all the time. I'm sure if you were someone who was invited here by a Beachbody coach. You've seen that person on Facebook or on Instagram talking about what they're doing and showing people what they're doing. And I have to say, in the beginning, I was a little intimidated by that. I started out slow. I started out just sort of sharing, like, I've got a little bit of weight to lose. There were no pictures. Me without makeup would never, ever be shown on Facebook. And now, totally different world. You see me all sweaty and gross, and I'm good with that. But I think that social media is one of the best platforms that we can use to get our message out. It's not the only platform, but there's, again, so much training around that in Beachbody and in our group of coaches that we have above us. And I think that as you start, it can be a little intimidating to share your life with people. But as you go on, I promise it gets a little easier, and I promise that there's training that revolves around that to show you an easy way to get your message out without feeling uncomfortable. And nobody ever asks you to do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. So what you see me or Amy or anybody put on Facebook, no one's asked us to do that. We are sharing our journey in our own personal, individual way, and then the best way, most honest way that we can do it for ourselves. So I think that I have gone over everything that I was going to go over, the nuts and bolts. I don't want to get too much into detail because we can talk about that offline. But I wanted to just give you an overview of not just the logistical part of it, but the emotional part of it, and the just the wonderful way that it can change your life and bring you into this world of people who are thinking the same way and want the same things and want to just sort of change the world one person at a time. So with that, if anybody has any questions or comments, I can unmute you. If not, we will call it a night, because I said 30 minutes and it's like 29, so not bad. Anybody? Nope. Hold on, I'm going to unmute everybody. Okay. All good?
All good.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that I will see you soon. Bye.